Good day everyone, Nigon here from Nigon's Electronic Creations, along with my assistant, Master Footman, and I'm going to be going over the latest install I did, and this is for the local Saber Legion, and this is a staff I did for them. It's two arbiters with the coupler staff. So this is actually a pretty basic install, save for the fact of I've got the two LEDs since it's a staff. It's actually one board. I've got an 18 650 here. Then there's some padding and the recharge. I'll zoom in on this in a second. And then in here I have pretty much the main board at this side. So I'll zoom in real quick, and you can see, here I have the AV switches on this main side, and on the back side I actually went with the dummy ones. I was going to use two AV switches and mirror it, so like you could push the main and the aux here, and then also on this side, other side, the main and the aux. But I decided against it because with these being dummy, this whole half of the hilt is empty, and then that way when I basically unclip this LED off the clip, I can just unscrew this and have easy access to SD card. I won't do it because I'd have to untape that, but I'll show some pictures of how that looks. And then you can also see the only other problem with this hilt is that even the 27mm didn't fit inside the chassis, completely in like I'd want it, so it's kind of angled, just kind of angled sitting out there. And so it's not as loud as it could be, but it was more important to have a really solid chassis since they're going to be really dueling hard with this guy. And then you can just see I used the clear T4 tubing as the chassis for the entire length, and so you can see it's kind of clear there through the slots, and you can see some electronics. I think for this kind of hilt that looks pretty cool. I didn't try to hide those or anything for this. It needed to be strong, not beautiful. Alright, so let's turn it on. And you can see basically I have the two AV switches. I've got a red and a purple. And I'm going to hit the lights real quick and tell you about one other thing. This Saber I actually installed the XDrive module into. This is Igniter, Igniter 2, but I installed the XDrive. And what the XDrive allows is for the delayed ignition for the main blaze. So we'll try that now. So you can see there, now the blades mirror each other, but at first they can come out at a delay. And note if there's some weird, if that side looks different, it's because that's a 7/8 inch blade. I actually don't have two of the same blades right now at my house. I should do that, but anyways. Now another neat thing with using the XDrive, and it's not as useful maybe with the using an actual crossguard style saber, but with this, this one I can have just this main end come on here. See that? That gives an option of, okay, I only want to use one side for this fight. And then with this one, I've turned the delay really small so that they both come on almost at the same time. The back end is just slightly delayed. You can see that's a lot, pretty quick. One more time. Compared to, say, in two more fonts, this one, it's very, very delayed. Almost the entire ignition happens on this side. So you can see that gives you, some flexibility to set up the Saber how you want, which is pretty cool, so that you can actually have multiple fonts representing multiple different sound options. But there you have it. That's my latest install. I hope the Saber Legion, Jet City, is very pleased with this, and hopefully it will last them for a while. Alright, I will talk to everyone on Facebook and the forums.